People say you can't grow a tropical garden in New York. Well, I'm doing it anyway. Hi everyone, it's Tim. Welcome back to my garden. A lot is going on this week. It's been a bit crazy as always. It is nice out. We are beyond the freezing temperatures. And I'm a really happy person in the garden right now because so many things are going in and it's starting to look tropical. Things are blooming. I'm putting the tropicals all in. I'm putting mulch down. And I want to take you through all of that today. I know a few of you are still in freezing temps because last week you told me we had some in the US, we had some in Europe, and I'm sorry about that. I know having freezing temps this late in spring is difficult. And I did have one night this past week where we had some advisories and I panicked a little bit, but we were fine. No problem here at all. I've been in the pool. It's really nice today. I'm hoping it just keeps getting better and better and better. I am dealing with groundhogs and all kinds of fun things, but let's get right into the garden and I want to show you everything that's going on. I'm going to try to say this every week. Please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference with the crazy algorithm with YouTube. It does make a difference and it actually helps me reach more gardening people, and then I learn about more things of what they're doing, and then I try to put it on this channel to show you what's going on, so hopefully that helps you as well. So just click that like button. That really helps a lot, and I love corresponding. As you all know, I try to answer everything that comes in, and let's just keep that up. But let's get right into it. I've got a lot to show you. I have just about everything outside now. My Ensete bananas, which looked horrible last year because I stored them vertically and I stored them horizontally again. Much better. I have bird of paradise, I have Alocassia, I have Norfolk Island pines. I have so many tropicals now to put in the ground, and even though this is daunting, this is kind of the fun project because now I get to create the garden with all of these things that are in pots, and I will put it in the ground. These yuccas will go in the ground. These are some tropical bananas. I'm leaving the clavias out, but more yuccas to put in, more bird of paradise, all of these. My last large Agave Americana. Weeding the cacti garden in my bee suit and latex gloves because those needles are horrible. And on an experiment, I am trying to germinate cannabis and old castor beans using cotton makeup remover for germination this time. Well, it's a beautiful day here for a Sunday. And last night we had a frost advisory, but it only went to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is 5 degrees Celsius. So I was not going to do anything. And then my friend Gabrielle said that, well, he's bringing plants in. And then I thought, oh, if you're bringing plants in, I guess I better bring some of them in. So even though the deck still has a lot of plants, I did bring some in just because I was a little panicked, but it was all for no reason at all because it did not get that cold. And as you will see, I just brought in my Cuban Royal and a few things in here too. But false alarm, did not have to do it. I really like castor beans because I think the plants are beautiful. So I soaked these for about 36 hours because they're really old. They're like 3 or 4 years old. And we will see if they germinate. I've said this before, but if you have salad containers, they make perfect little greenhouses and keep the moisture in. So use them. Here's the soaked seeds, and they look good. They look really good. Looks like they're doing okay. And I will just mark what they are. I did not capture it on video because I was a little too busy, but the 3 big garden beds have been moved because in the afternoon they get a little shielded by the bamboo, and also I just wanted them further out. And they're actually, even though they're further out, they're a little closer to my water source of my hose up by the palm trees by the pool. So let's go out to show you. Also got all the figs cut down to the ground. My goal is when they come up to try to keep them contained. They turn it into these gigantic bushes, which is just too much to manage. But I am going to enclose this, not because the deer, I have a deer fence, but because the groundhogs like to come in and eat everything. And I would say my first 6 years, I had no problems with groundhogs in the vegetable beds, and all of a sudden, they loved getting in here. So yeah, unfortunate, but beautiful out here. The Paw Paw flowers are still going. This is one of the smaller trees here. Here's one of the larger ones. Just showing the flower up in there. They kind of hang down. Hopefully a lot of pawpaws this year. I am late on these, but I'm finally getting to my red cannas that I had stored all winter long. Not a clue where I'm going to put them, but I'm going to get them in pots right now. I really don't put much soil in these pots. I just put a layer at the bottom and then cover them because they're going to go in the ground. I'm just giving them a head start. I am out here weeding because not all the tropicals are quite ready to go in full sun yet. But I'm kind of all over the place because there's so much to do, and I find myself, I'll carry something up here and then start up here and forget what I was doing down below by the pool. So I'm definitely having attention deficit disorder in the garden attention deficit disorder. I see something and I go to it rather than a plan. Last year, my Ensete bananas were a disaster. I stored them vertically rather than horizontally. This year, so much better. And so they are going in the ground. I have overwintered them in pots. Not so successful. You keep the height, but bugs like them. It's just much better to dry store them in the dark. I am definitely all over the place. I've put some more Ensete Red Bananas in around the pond. Now I'm going to put my Cuban Royal right here where I had my spindle palm last year, and I have some Alocasia I've already started putting in. So I'm going from one end to the other. I'm just, anywhere I see something, I'm like, oh, I'll do that. Oh, I'll do that. And I can do that right now because it's May. If it was June, I'd be panicking. And I like how this looks. The spindle was a little bit bigger, so it gave it a little bit more drama, but I like that I will see this lovely palm every time I'm coming down the steps, at least for the summer. I am out playing with tomato seedlings, trying to get them going out here, and it is nice out. And the pirate flag is back. It is a very loud morning here today. The trains are loud, the birds are loud, everything is loud. I am trying to get this entryway into my garden somewhat complete. I've put a lot of Alocasia in here, and I'm putting gingers in. And it's so funny to look at these gingers because I remember grabbing a few of them in Los Angeles and bringing them back on the plane. And I also grabbed a few in Sarasota, Florida, and brought them back on the plane. And they're all children of those. But these Alocasia, I want to show you. This is the beauty. They're a big pain to overwinter, meaning they get bugs and all kinds of stuff. But if you can, like this one right here, this is up to my nose. So you get a nice long stalk on these as they get older and older. And that's the beauty of not just cutting them back. And I find they take a long time to grow when you cut them back. You have to start them early in the season. And that's why if you have the room, and you can, because these will really fill out and look very jungly, hopefully by the middle of summer. The only problem with these gingers, these shell gingers, because they bloom in a shell-like pattern, is that's a pretty big pot. That's my foot. And I have to dig a pretty big hole to put it in. And unfortunately, over in this area right here, there's a lot of rocks and gravel. So even though you would think at this point I would know exactly where to put all this, I change it every year because that's what's fun with a tropical garden. It gets to have something new every year. So I have to figure out where it's going to go. It may go over here by this big Washingtonia. While I am gardening out here today, my friend Andy is at Hicks Nurseries in Long Island. And if you watch Alex's YouTube channel, he's always going to Hicks. Anyway, I've never been, but Andy knows I have wanted a camellia, a hardy camellia, for a long, long time. And he just texted me and said, I'm here, look at these camellias. So I have a camellia coming, and I'm really excited because we're talking years I've wanted one, and they just don't sell them up here at all, which I don't understand why. I'm still all over the place in the garden. I'm doing up there, I'm doing down by the pool, I'm just deciding what to do. I have to trim this. This is the Phoenix dactylifera that when I was sick, it fell over. I'm going to trim it back and see if anything comes back because I don't like to give up on a palm right away. And here I need to move this flying dragon orange. It's just too close to my beautiful Mediterranean fan palm. When I'm in the mood, I'm going to dig it up and put it with the others. Looking at this thinking, I wish that was soil being delivered for me. I don't even know what I would do with that much soil, but I would find some use for it. I would build more raised beds. I would build some berms. I would have so much fun with that much soil. Back to Cannabis Germination. So I use these cosmetic cotton makeup removers because that was recommended to me, and I've got my soil prepared. And as you can see, they sprouted in just a couple of days. They sprouted really, really fast after soaking in water for 24 hours. And I am just placing them in the soil. Now, I really don't know what I'm doing here. I'm making the best of this. So I'm covering lightly in soil, and then I'm going to cover. These are actually from Dairy Queen. They are the tops to the blizzard. So that is an American like ice cream place. And here you can see some more that have sprouted. They all sprouted really well. There's a couple I'm going to put back just to let them grow a little bit more. But I don't have that many blizzards. Obviously, I need to go back and get more ice cream, but I'm just using plastic now to cover these. What I thought was more elephant ears is actually more cannas with a few elephant ears thrown in there. So I have some big cannas here, and I might just put them in the ground because I've got a lot going on here with pots, and these all need to go in the ground too. I was just thinking how pretty my Plumaria look in the window here looking out on the Hudson River. And then I'm like, wait, but what is that? Is that a mealybug? And yes, it is. So I've got to get some rubbing alcohol and go over this because I do see some mealybugs on here, which I hate them so much. Another reason for them to just get outside, because they'll do better outside than inside with mealybugs. I have to show the insane growth of these spring sprouts. I'm putting my hand up here just to show you how big these are. They're taller than me now. It's just crazy. I'm gonna take these out. They're a little too close right here, but yeah, the bamboo is growing, but as you all know, I love bamboo, and it makes me really happy. And I just love this walk down to the caboose and the river because I have this beautiful bamboo to look at. And one thing I want to point out that I haven't showed this spring is, even though it was freezing cold, a really bad winter, my black bamboo that is in here that I got many years ago is still alive. It's really not spreading per se, but it is alive. It's nice and green. I wish I had planted it somewhere else, and maybe if I could get some of it out of here, but it's probably protected by the other bamboo. But yeah, it's out of its planting zone, but it seems to, I thought for sure this past winter it would be gone, but what a beautiful, beautiful black bamboo. I love it. As you can see, I've cleared out a lot. I still have more to go, but I'm doing pretty well. I still have to get this tree fern in the ground and this fig in the ground. But over here, I want to show you, in addition to the baby Trachycarpus I have out in the garage area, I've got all of these that I overwintered out here with a tarp covering and some Christmas lights. I'm trying to sell these on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm selling them really cheap. I'm going $5 each just because I need to get rid of them. I've got too many plants, and it was really fun to grow these from seedlings, but it's time they go. I really didn't realize how many I had. I'm still pulling them out of this nice big hole. A lot of these, they're getting many plants in one pod. So there's probably at least 12 in here, if not more. So what a bargain. When you pull them all out like this, the baby Trachycarpus, which are all up in here, and all over here, I mean, this is a lot of baby palm trees. And I even have some really small ones over here. But yeah, it's a lot. And if I had time, I think I would definitely be doing that used car salesman stuff like, we've got palms! We got palms for sale, $5. Going once, going twice. Do we have bananas? Yes, but they're not for sale. Only the palm trees are for sale for $5. But I don't have time to dress up and do a fun commercial like that, so you just got to hear me do it. I'm really thinking about putting this grapefruit that has baby grapefruit on it back in that space where all these were. I still have a lot to do. I admit I was getting concerned about my hardy pomegranate, but it is coming back to life. Yay, I see leaves in quite a few places. Definitely getting green. Thank goodness. I hope I get pomegranates again this year. There's just something fun about having pomegranates. My non-hardy pomegranate over there has got gigantic leaves on it. It has yet to bloom. This one has produced fruit already, so we will see what happens. One of my crepe myrtles has leaves, and it has leaves all the way to the top of it. It's not a very big one. But the other three right here, and then I have a really big one in the front, they don't have anything yet. So waiting. I had thought my garden out there, my raised bed, would be done and ready for this, but I'm not quite ready. So I'm having to transplant my butternut squash from the salad container into some potting soil, which is what you have to do if your garden's not quite ready. And I could put it in the ground, but I'm just worried the groundhogs will come get it because I don't have my fence up yet. These are easy because you basically just pull them out of the soil in the salad container, and I'm just going to put them in here. So it's an easy process. This is a grapefruit tree. I don't even like grapefruit, although I do like grapefruit drinks like palomas and things like that, but there's baby grapefruit on it. It hasn't had fruit that made it in a couple of years now, so it's been a while, but I've had this plant for well over 25 years. Hard to believe. I also got it from Logi's way back when. So this is one of those plants that I enjoy, but I don't enjoy because I don't enjoy bringing it in every year. So just like the Ponderosa lemon, I'm going to put it in the garden. It's not my favorite place to put it, but it's an open place. So I'm going to put it over there, and hopefully it will do well over the winter too, just like the Ponderosa lemon. Here's my dilemma. I cannot get it out of the pot. I've tried going around the sides, and yes, if I turned it on its side and kind of jumped on the pot, it's a really thick plastic pot, I might be able to get it loose, but then I would lose all the fruit because I've learned that the fruit on these when they're small fall off so easily. So I'm gonna have to delay this. This cannot go into the ground right now. And I'm gonna have to think if any of you out there have a good possibility of what to do on this other than just waiting, but I really would like to have fruit this year on this. And so I am not going to do anything right now. I think I tried loosening the soil around the sides. It's probably stuck on the bottom. It's just when it's in fruit like this, I just can't. Here is my beautiful Yucca rostrata out here. Looking really good. There's new growth on the top. It's really tall. It's a lot taller than me. It must be 8 feet tall. And people ask me about this all the time. I can't keep them alive. I can't keep them alive. Well, I did put sand down, and it is on a hill, as you can see here. It slopes off, so the drainage is really good. Now, I had someone ask me last week, they're like, what is going on with your other yucca? So here it is. This is the one that bloomed last year beautifully. And I'm gonna put, because this one's at least 8 feet tall as well. This is my older one. I'm going to get up on a ladder and show you what's going on because it bloomed. Climbing up on the ladder, you can see there is new growth up here, but it is coming up in sections. So it is definitely branching off into new sections. You can't even see it as well on this side, but that's a baby side coming out right there. There's a larger one there, and there's a smaller one back there. So at some point I have to cut this dead stuff off. I know a lot of people leave it, I cut it off. But yeah, I'm getting a new top on this one, and it's gonna branch out. So that is what is going on with this Yucca rostrata. The rhododendron are just starting to bloom out here. They're so pretty. It's so weird how a really cold winter like this did not do them in. And I've had mild winters where they didn't make it at all. But so pretty. This is the fastest growing of my Musa basjoo right now. As you can see, they're already leafing out. It's hard to believe they were covered up a week and a half ago. Now I have many that have died to the ground, much like these here, and I'm hoping they're coming back. Even that one is coming back, but these tend to get very tall, but this is a nice strong stalk and leaf, and there's new growth coming up on it already. So they're growing quite fast even now. I just hope the ones that died to the ground will get there as well. Well, it only took 2 days. Baby plant. And baby plant, and I think there's a few others if I open them all up. It's exciting. It is so weird to end without my soap opera. I just feel a little lost. So it's highly appropriate to show a wild turkey at the end to say, my soap opera has become a turkey. But yes, the turkey's really cute. Anyway, I'm going to do some research on AI and try to bring the soap back sometime this summer, hopefully. But thank you for watching. Have a great week. Let me know how you're doing in your garden.